Are you ready to take the plunge and give up meat for good, but you're struggling with exactly how to do it? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. In case you don't know me, my name is Jason Cheney, and that's what we're going to dig into today. So, if you're starting out to transition to a plant-based diet or any type of diet where you're actually giving up meat and dairy, what's the easiest way to transition? Because one of the things you're going to run into is that a lot of people do is, and I was guilty of it too, is we're 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 addicted to our habits. And so our habits around eating is something that we never really talk about. As you don't hear about this at all. No one ever talk about, hey, do you want to change some of your habits of how you're eating? What are your eating habits? And so most of us have the same eating habits, no matter what, whether we're man, woman, whatever the color of our skin or whatever ethnicity are, no matter if we're actually from different countries. What I mean by that is most of us eat the same foods over and over again. So for breakfast, which is universally everyone just about eats the exact same, no matter what country I've been to, I always find some type of meat, bacon, ham, salchicha, which is sausage, chicharron, which is chicharron. I don't know what it is in English. I can't remember it. Bacon, all of those things with eggs, pancakes, oatmeals. And when you look at them at what you're really eating, we all are starting our day off with a high saturated fat. So if you want to go to switch to a plant-based diet, which is a lot healthier, which is a lot easier on your body, and it has a lot less saturated fat, what can you eat for breakfast? So I'm gonna break down breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and give you examples for each one. So for breakfast, you can start out still with a bowl of oatmeal. If you like it creamy, if you like that fattiness from having milk in it, then you can use coconut milk. You can use almond milk. You can use soy milk. You can use rice milk. You can still have the oatmeal in it. If you're someone who prefers a more warm breakfast, who still likes to keep it real close to scrambled eggs, things like that, you can make a chickpea scramble. You can make a tofu scramble. All these are different things that you can still make, and it's going to taste exactly like the thing that you're used to. And if you here's a little pro hack for you. If you really want it to taste, if you like that eggy taste, use black salt. It's black sea salt, and it gives everything a eggy like taste. So if you're one that like that eggy taste, that's the way to do it. So if you're doing lunch, so let's say for lunch, if you may eat a hamburger and fries. So still have a burger and fries if you want to transition. Just use a plant-based burger. So you're taking the animal meat and using a plant-based burger, and so you're taking out the saturated fat and getting all the good animal proteins for you. And for fries, you can still do the same fries. I love doing air fried sweet potato fries. It's some of my favorite. Yuca fries, if you like that, or cassava root if you're used to hearing it from that word. That's how you can change your lunch. Now, let's say if you have a more traditional lunch, you may have like a goulash or a stew, something like that. I'm showing I'm from the South, as you can see from saying goulash. So you can still make the exact same thing. All you need to do is just transition from the animal proteins and put plant proteins in. So anything that has animal products, just use the plant protein alternative for it. And so I hope you're getting how I'm breaking this down. Like the simplest way to do it is stay close to the foods you're used to and just switch out animal products for plant-based products. It's the easiest way to do it, and it's the safest way to do it to where you don't get bored, you don't get burnt out, but also you're not spending tons of money. I'm telling you from from experience, one of the biggest mistakes I made was listening to all these different people on the internet that was telling me, "Oh, you need to eat this. Oh, you need to buy this type of flour. You need to go buy this special oil to use." Not only was my weight plateauing, I was spending a shitload of money on foods that, one, I didn't even like a lot of it. Two, I didn't know how to cook a lot of it. And three, it was just frustrating me because I was like, damn, if this is what I have to do, how am I going to be able to do this for the rest of my life? And this is where I found the food home. So I hope you see that I'm showing you, find your food home and then just switch out animal products for plant-based products. So now let's go to dinner. So let's say for dinner, if you like a big meal, like let's just go real big with it. Let's use a meal that most people probably wouldn't even believe you could eat as a plant-based. So let's say if you like eating some creamed spinach, some ribs, and cornbread with a side of mac and cheese. You can have that exact same meal. And you're probably like, no way, Jason. Yes, you can have the exact same meal. And this is how you do it. So I love cream spinach. That's one of the things that I love. It's in my staple. I make it many times as I want. I use the exact same ingredients. All I do is switch out from the dairy and I use coconut cream. It tastes the exact same and it's not having all of that saturated fat and I'm not worried about leaching calcium out of my body from the actual milk. So for the cream spinach, just switch out the dairy for coconut cream and season it the exact same way you do onions, pepper, all of those different things. So for the cornbread, exact same thing. Make it the same way. If you need to make a egg replacement for it, depending on what recipe you use, you can make a chia egg, you can make a flaxseed egg, or you can just buy a plant-based egg alternative to make the cornbread. For the mac and cheese, use regular macaroni. Nothing changes. For the cheese sauce, they have, if you're in the U.S., you can buy Daiya plant-based cheeses. You can buy plant-based shredded cheeses that melt, whichever one suits you. For me, I like to make a red pepper cheese sauce that I'm used with red peppers, carrots, and potatoes. But that's just because that's what I prefer. That goes to your preference. Now the ribs, this is what you're probably waiting for. Like, how can I still have ribs? Now you can still have ribs, and you can do it by multiple forms. Now remember, when you're switching from plant-based, you're not giving up protein. So do not be focused on, oh, I need my protein. Meat is not protein. Like, there's protein is found in vegetables. The reason why you get protein from animals is because they eat vegetables. All the animals we eat vegetables also. We're not out there hunting lions. We're eating chickens that eat vegetables. We're eating cows that eat vegetables, pork, all of those things. All those animals eat vegetables. So instead of getting it from the middleman, get it straight from the source. And so how I like to treat actual meat when I have my meals, when it used to be have a meat on there, I go for texture. So I look for what type of plants I can use to get the same texture out of it. So for ribs, you can get texture from I'm just giving you two of the different ways because there's so many out there. And if you want to know more, just Google or go on YouTube. There's a lot of plant-based and vegan actual chefs on there that makes a lot of meals each and every day, so it's really good for you. And so the first one is using seitan. Seitan is gluten. Now you can do this, you can make it yourself, or you can buy it pre-made, and all you have to do is literally just marinate it, put it in some liquid smoke, or you put it on the grill, and it has a great brisket texture, and it has a meaty texture, so you can actually make it look like ribs also. The second one is portobello mushrooms. Mushrooms is a godsend. If you're going plant-based, you may want to start using mushrooms and add them into your diet each and every day. Portobello mushrooms are really good, especially if you get the real big caps, because you can just cut them real thick. What I like to do is season them, then I bake them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I like to sauce them down again and bake them again for like another 5 to 10 minutes so that sauce start carameling on it. And it tastes amazing. And that's one of the ways you can have these meals each and every day. You do not have to give up the foods you love by going plant-based. And so just to give you an extra little tip, like let's say if you want to do like a soup or something like that, like a chicken soup or something if you're feeling sick, make the soup the exact same way as the base. All you're using is, make sure you're using a veggie broth base instead of using either beef broth or whatever the other chicken broth base. And for the chicken itself, you're going to use oyster mushrooms. You can use also hearts of palm, or you can use jackfruit. All three of these things, they shred up and give you the texture just like chicken. When you're eating it, you do not taste the difference. I like to use this recipe, use these for not only just chicken noodle soup, I like to use them for chicken tortilla soup also. Remember I tell you, like, I am a Southern boy from heart. In another life, I was Mexican, so I eat a lot of Mexican food. And I like to cook a lot of Mexican food. And so I hope that was really helpful for you, letting you know that don't let transitioning plant-based be difficult. Keep it close to your food home. If you're not familiar with your food home, your action step today is find out 3 foods that you actually love to eat on a consistent basis. And break it down to where one's for breakfast, one's for lunch, and one's for dinner. And then just Google what is a plant-based alternative for it, so you can start opening your mind up. One of the things I learned from Tony Robbins is once you start opening your mind to new ideas, your reticular activating system will start looking for those ideas. You'll start seeing more and more of it. And you'll start seeing like, oh, wait, there's a whole lot of things out here that I can do by eating plant-based. One of my friends, he's been plant-based for about a month and a half or 2 months now. I'm real proud of him. And me and him was talking yesterday, and he was like, man, I thought plant-based was just a very few people. Like, in the beginning, you were the only person I knew that actually done this. And then he started telling me, like, now on a daily basis, he's starting to see more people. He's starting to see more restaurants, and it's exciting for him because he's seeing the possibility that's out there and not the limitations. And so when you start seeing more of what the possibilities are out there, our brain has that reticular activating system that will start showing us more of it. And this is how it becomes simple. And this is how it goes from being a diet to being a lifestyle, which will change your life. So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you got value from it. If you like this content, make sure you hit like. Also hit subscribe so you can see more. You can get notified when this goes live. If you know someone who could use information from this, or someone who's really struggling with losing weight and just trying to find a way out there to do it naturally and just start changing their lifestyle one day at a time, just go ahead and share this video with them also so they can get some value from this too. Look, we're a community. We can't do this alone. We have to do this as a team, and this is how we will start changing the world together. So hope you got value from this. If you want more and you want more in-depth content from this, and you also want to start getting into the 7-day jump start, where I take you through the exact process that I use to help to lose over 250 plus pounds. Plus, I did a quarantine experiment where I lost another 40 plus pounds and continue to lose weight. I share with you exactly what I did and how to do it each and every day, because I believe in the 1-day plan, that if you approach eating from 1 day and not looking at it from 30, 60, 90 days like most diets tell you to, you will actually be successful in the long run. So just click the link up above or below, depending where it is on your screen, and you can join the Facebook group for free. And I will see you inside there, and have a great day. Stay supercharged.